Good afternoon everyone, today we're bringing you another Sekonda watch review. Let's get around to it, shall we? So we're looking at one that follows a sort of a panda design today. You'll see what I mean by that in a second. So the standard Sekonda box usually comes in a nice white outside cover. Again, very simple, elegant look to it. The box inside is usually of yellow theme with a nice display window. Sometimes you can get a folding lid, but this one's got a lift-off lid style box. The box itself is a very functional, simple, black and yellow theme box. Full markings and stuff like that going around the whole box. Side box got it. It's just, again, simple, functional, does the job. Cushion itself is a lined effect cushion. So here we go, guys. This is the Sekonda 317.71. So, the watch has a case diameter of 43mm with a case thickness of 10mm. Retails at £40. Weight, it probably weighs just under 70 grams. And operates on a quartz movement that lines up with the increments quite nicely, I believe, depending on the angle you hold it at. If I hold it in front of my face, that will usually tell me. There's a little bit off the centre of the watch, but it doesn't matter because it's only a £40 watch. So looking at the dial follows a similar sort of style as an older-fashioned new millennium watch. I've got an Accurist Grand Complication that has that checkered finish in the middle there, and a similar sort of Roman numerals sat on a different tone of like outline silver. This one's silver, but the other one's white. I'm just going to show you what I mean. As you see from this one, it's got that sort of checkered inside panel there, as you can see. A little bit different, but it's the same sort of thing, really. You've got a tachymeter inside the actual face just to add a little bit of extra design. Usually tachymeter sits on the bezel so you can track speed of objects and stuff like that using a chronograph. There is a date dial just sat between the 4 and the 5 PM. Not the usual place for that to sit. But then one of the most obvious features of this is the reverse panda theme. So you've got that white dial with the black spots essentially of the panda. And these black spots are the chronograph for a 24-hour readout and a seconds and hour timer. Let's have a look now at the chronograph. Nice, simple, cheap button just to press that in. Don't need a lot of quality to be able to make that work. A nice winding back function. I'm not sure if you saw that. The dials themselves for the actual panda eyes here are actually sunray compared to the a plain matte finish to the actual face. Inside the actual face itself, you've got it's a mirror curved glass effect on the top, with giving off a mirror effect inside the face there to enlarge those numbers on the edges of the face. Coming up to the bezel, you've got a plain non-moving stainless steel flat bezel that's actually indented, with a thin casing only measuring about 10mm in case diameter. Full stainless steel finish going across the buttons and the casing as well. Consistent on both sides. Let's have a look at the crown movement. The hands themselves are nice stainless steel, again old-fashioned, copying the style of Accurist hands, the Accurist classic hands. Despite the price, the crown doesn't feel too badly. It's got a decent movement to it. It's not too flimsy. It's not bad actually, considering the price you make, and it's got a good clicking down movement as well. So let's go around the back. So a nice Sekonda back plate here going on, waterproof to 50 meters, so I wouldn't recommend diving in it. Strap is it follows the same sort of style as an oyster petrol strap on a Rolex. gets a little bit thinner towards the clasp. The clasp is a double fold over locking Sekonda clasp with a safety buckle, as you can see here. So there you go guys, that is the Sekonda 3417.